What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to the Biz with D on My Christian Radio. Right now, we have Clare of Music Choices. Right now, how you doing, beautiful?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm so glad to catch up with you. Thanks for this interview.
Oh, my God, anytime.
So now tell me, because, you are a fellow personality such as myself, so tell me, how you got into, you got into hosting and everything. Tell me about that.
Well, I have always been obsessed with TV my whole life. But growing up, I was a dancer, and I was obsessed with CRL and, Carson Daly. And so when I was, in 7th grade, I was like, I want to do that. That's something I really want to do. So I started getting into hosting when I graduated college, and I hosted a couple shows. And then in October, I auditioned for the Music Choice job, and they hired 4 hosts to do a trial episode per person, and then they had the audience tweet and vote for you, and I was the one that won. So that's nice to be the people's choice. That makes you feel good.
Yeah. That is phenomenal. So tell me about the show UNA, because I definitely watch it. I mean, you have such great energy. Tell me about the show and how you love this platform and being a part of it.
Well, I mean, it's a great show. I feel like there aren't that many music shows out there anymore that are just, it's really based on the artist, and we have people come stop by, and then we have sometimes the artists play, they do live performances, which is my favorite, because I always feel very special when they do that. I feel like they're playing just for me. And it's just a great, 30-minute lighthearted show. We always play some sort of game. Today, I actually did the Ice Bucket Challenge with Jesse McCartney, which was really fun. And
nice.
At the same time. But it's, it's just such a fun show, and it's fan-driven, so I try to, make myself, the bridge between the fans and the artist. So, I mean, I have, the coolest job in the world.
I know, that's right. Yeah, and I honestly watch all the time with your interviews, especially the one you did with Bridget Kelly. Loved it.
Oh, I love Bridget Kelly. She's the sweetest thing in the whole world.
Yes, she is. Let me ask you about, when you, who has been, your favorite artist that you've interviewed? Because I know you've had tons of great interviews that you've done so far, but who has been, your favorite on the show?
Oh, my gosh. People ask me that all the time, and it's constantly changing because I just get to interview such fun people. But I think one of my favorite interviews was with A$AP Ferg. It was just such a delight, and he has a great presence, and I felt like I'd known him my whole life when we were talking, so it came across nicely, and he was just such a sweet guy. And but I mean, I've interviewed such fun people. Nick Cannon was amazing. Who else? I loved Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco. I loved Foxes was amazing. I mean, literally, I am so lucky I get to interview the nicest people.
Right. And you mentioned the fact of dance. You did dance training for that. I'm a fellow dancer myself. But what styles did you study?
Oh, so you know all about the moving and grooving.
Yes, I know about the ballet, the first position, second position. No, listen, we can have lunch and talk about this.
Yeah, we can have a dance off next time I see you. Is what I'm gonna do.
Yes, for sure.
I studied dance until I was about 13, and I was on a dance team. I competed all over the country, which was really, really fun. And then when I went to high school, I kind of stopped basically, but I did dance in high school, on our dance team, and I did theater my whole life. So it was just something I'd always been obsessed with. And then I started teaching when I was 19, and then whenever I really started getting into hosting, I stopped teaching. I miss teaching actually more than anything, and just even talking about it makes me want to go back to teaching. I used to teach 3-year-olds all the way up to high school.
Right. So now, what made you stop? Was it just the was it having an opportunity of hosting that made you stop, or was it just something that you wanted to try something different?
Yeah, no, it was the opportunity that came up to me. I just wouldn't have enough time to do both, and I was very involved in my teaching and my students, and I wanted to make sure that I could be with them all the time when I was supposed to be. So as soon as I realized that I couldn't be there at every class, and I realized that I couldn't continue to do it. So, but I want to do some guest teaching, I think.
Definitely. Now, what else do you have, going on with your brand besides, the hosting and everything? Because I'm sure you got a lot of other things that you got going on that you definitely want to share with us, or for people that don't know.
Yeah, I just started this web series called The Gluten-Free Chick, where I go around to different places in the city, and actually we just bridged out to Connecticut, and feature a different restaurant that has either a gluten-free item or a gluten-free facility, and it's kind of like diners, drive-ins, and dives, but I'm like Guy Fieri. But his hair is a lot better than mine. And I just go around to gluten-free places. I mean, my sister and my mom have celiac disease, and I'm gluten intolerant, so whenever we realized that we couldn't have gluten anymore, it was like so dramatic, and I was on a hunt to find the best places to go, and there's the market's really saturated now because it's very trendy.
Right.
And so a lot of the food isn't good, so I wanted to show people that there is actually very good places that have good gluten-free options and gluten-free foods, and it's been so much fun, and I love doing it. And you can watch it on YouTube or on my website at thegfreechick.com. We have 3 up now, and we've filmed a whole bunch more, so I'm excited for people to watch it, and I hope they like it as much as I do and enjoy watching it. I just had such a good time doing it.
Right, and I'm sure it definitely, and it definitely sounds like something a little bit different from what you're doing, so like that, because, you're actually getting out there, you're really exploring, you're doing something a little different, more things that you can relate to, and, have some fun with.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm obviously obsessed with music, and music is like my everything, but it's nice to bridge out, and I've always been obsessed with food. I'm Italian and Irish, so all we do is eat. And it was something that, hosting is my number one thing. And then being able to bring hosting and food together, it was just like a perfect match for me.
Absolutely. And I got to mention the fact you are very pretty. So I've got to ask you about, your you are. I got to ask you about your fashion because your fashion is always on point when I see you on the show. So, what designers you like to wear, and what are some key things that you must wear?
Me personally or people in general? I'm obsessed. I've recently been obsessed with all black, but I know that that's not anything new for anybody in the fashion industry. I love Zara. I think most of the things that I wear on my show are Zara or something from Zara. This is such a great store, and, their stuff's reasonable and always looks very high fashion. I love shoes, so I usually have some sort of really fun shoe on. But it takes a while, it took me a while to figure out what my style was and how I wanted it to come across on camera. So I think I actually have it. I think I got it now. I think I got it down. I work on it though. I work with a great team. I have a great team of people that help me out, so it's good.
That's good. Now, do you work with that team on a day-to-day for when you go on set, or is it just sometimes you've already got a pack?
Oh, no, they're there every day. I mean, you should see I basically come in sweatpants and a sweatshirt, and then by the time I leave there, I look like $1 million. But I really have nothing to do with it. I have a great hair and makeup girl. Her name is Megan Hester. She's phenomenal. And then I have a stylist, Grace Barretto, and she's amazing, too. So I have this great team. And Music Choice is so wonderful to work with, and they're just awesome and supportive. So I'm just very, very, very lucky. And I have the best job.
Absolutely. Yes, you do. And Music Choice is awesome. We love Music Choice. We're actually friends with Music Choice. And hopefully you'll get to interview two of our friends, a group of our friends soon. We're working on that now.
Bring them
over. We were starting out of office. More so day 26 in Jersey Graham.
You want me to dance off, David.
Oh, yeah, we'll have that dance off when I bring them. Both times.
Okay, perfect.
Definitely. Well, thanks so much for this interview. I definitely appreciate it, and I love your personality. It's good to speak to a fellow personalities like that because, that energy is there naturally, and there's not something where it's you got to put on, and I love it.
So much. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you for the call.
No problem. Tell everybody where they can find you first, your website and your social media, and when what times they can catch you on Music Choice.
Sure. Well, I mean, you can watch me every Saturday on Music Choice Play at noon, and they re-show UNA constantly throughout the week, but that's when the new shows air. And then you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It's at Clare Galterio. And if you want to check out my gluten-free chick, that's on YouTube or thegfreechick.com.
Absolutely. Well, Claire, thanks so much, and look forward to meeting you soon and having that dance-off. In fact, we're going to put it on your YouTube and my YouTube.
Yes, absolutely. Perfect.
All righty. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for this interview again.
Thank you, David. You have a good day.
Anytime. Bye-bye.